what I said, start uplifting my party and our local candidates. And I believe we've got a foundation for that. I think by shaking up the tree a little bit and shutting down the campaign, getting people's attention, that's kind of an unusual thing to do. Nobody's ever done that in a congressional campaign. I think we've sent the message, gosh, these guys are serious. They really mean business about this principle stuff. And people can have a little more faith that when they vote for a Republican, they're voting for somebody that's not Democrat light, that they're voting for somebody who is serious about those principles and is going to uphold them.
You mentioned John McCain's name several times in the last couple of minutes.
Right.
How do you feel about endorsement of John McCain for President of the United States?
I have no trouble at all endorsing John McCain, and I'll tell you why. I was asked that question by WLOS just earlier in an interview, and I understand my counterpart was not willing to speak in favor of the Democrat presidential candidate. I have no hesitancies in speaking strongly on behalf of John McCain. Now, I wish he were more conservative. I wish he were more consistent. I wish there was a stronger match between what he says and what he does. I wish he would hold up his hand and say, guys, you know, my positions in the past have been this way, but from this point forth, I'm going to be about our Republican principles, and you can count on me to keep my word. Because I believe if John McCain gives us his word, he'll keep it. So there's some things I'd like to improve about him. I bet there are a million things people would like to improve about me. But he's the adult in this contest, and there's no question about who I'm going to vote for. It will be John McCain, and I believe he's the far stronger candidate. And he represents a much better protection for the future of America than his counterpart.
Well, my very last question, Dr. Mumpower, is you talk about the 3 filters that aid you in your decision making. How about, if you could, summarize that in the last 2 minutes that we have here?
Well, a nice gentleman gave me a silver dollar, and they're worth about $20 now. The value of our dollar has gone down that far. And that silver dollar has significance, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But there are three filters I try to use, and I'm not perfect, but they're always in my mind. And as a personal filter, it would be the Bible. I'm a Christian. I'm serious about that. I'm not a political Christian. It's not something I tout just to get people's attention or to win votes. I don't do that to people. I think that's insincere. I try to. I'm not perfect at it, and I think we all struggle as Christians. It's not easy to be a Christian in a fallen world, but the Bible is one of my filters. When I was elected to City Council, I bought a number of copies of the Constitution, and I've been carrying one in my pocket ever since. I try hard to use the Constitution as a filter. I think those 2 documents, the Bible and the Constitution, are inspired documents, and I haven't seen anything come out of the politicians of today that remotely compare to the quality and substance and character found in our Constitution. It is not a living document that should be manipulated and ignored. And then finally, I like those Republican principles. I believe in them. That's another of my filters. Those 3 are my filters.